wake up, gonna wake up and realize it's not meant to be. You stumble in the dark, cause you close your eyes, guided by the sweet song lullaby. But someday you will wake up from a life in fantasy. Wake up.
And good morning, fight fans. Good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are watching from. I am your host, Andrew Kahn. You can find me at the Boomtown Pod. This is the Boomtown Pod, all things MMA. We are gearing up for a fantastic episode today. I've got two guests with me, two very special guest fighters that are going to be making their appearance at PAWFC 1. If you've missed it, then you're living under a rock, because PAWFC has been something we've been talking about here on the podcast for at least the last month and a half, doing a lot of, obviously, advertising, promoting of the fighters, promoting of the group, and obviously we are gearing up for Fight Night, which is absolutely amazing. We're gearing up for that. That is coming up next Saturday already. Jesus, that came in quick, which is absolutely amazing. It's going to be a ton of fun. I've got a couple, I guess, special guests that are going to be joining me in a couple seconds time. But of course, I got to thank our episode sponsors, which you'll see down below. And that, of course, is the Saskatchewan Podcast Network. They've been great to us. Check them out, saspodnetwork.ca. Blue Collar Media Group. Those guys have been with me since day one. My ride or dies, the mothership. So thank you to them. Stellar Gear, been with us since day one, as well as Sandman Boxing System out in Saskatoon, who are huge fans of the show. And they've had a ton of success with their boxing academy. So that's been absolutely amazing. Connexus Credit Union. And of course, like I said, PAWFC. Yes. And obviously next Saturday, January 15th on pay-per-view, you can get those buys now by going to PAWFC.com. Fight fans, I'm telling you, the first women's MMA all-out card is going to be unbelievable. Let me tell you, because I got some special guests that are going to be joining me, like I said, and I think I have one that's ready to tee up right now, and I'm going to bring her on. So here she is, the one and only Kat, AK-47 Voronova. Kat, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Was that a good intro?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, perfect. I've been working on it for like a week when I found out that you were coming on the pod, and I was like, all right, she's a badass. I got to make sure it's a badass intro, and we're going to go from there. How you been?
Pretty good, training, getting ready. It's already fight week coming up, so I'm really excited. Yeah, I've been doing good.
How's camp been, and how are final preparations going for PAWFC 1?
Really good. I'm from Quebec, I'm in Montreal, so it's kind of been a little bit annoying because they put measures where basically like they restrict training, right? So that's been a little bit of a challenge in terms of training partners, but I still have like my group that really helped me. So, we made it work, and we got ready the best we could, and it's been a really, really good camp, honestly, one of my best.
Now, so for some of our international viewers, I know COVID's been a thing everywhere around the world, but in Quebec, essentially, it's been absolutely crazy. How have you been able to deal with all of that?
Man, it's been challenging because, like, I get both sides, but honestly, most people here are kind of over the whole restrictions. They've been really intense with that. Like, even restaurant owners, all those businesses has been really hard on people. But we've just got to deal with it. There's not much we can do except find ways to make it work. So yeah, that's it.
Well, no doubt. We're beyond excited to have you obviously come out and be a part of the promotion. It's going to be a ton of fun. Now, your matchup, if people don't know, is against Aline David. Do you see any weaknesses that you can expose of hers during this matchup?
Honestly, I think you're going to have to see during the fight, because I don't want to necessarily talk about that right now. So
not too many giveaways. See, I've tried this with a few fighters, and they've all been pretty quiet about it. So well done. Now, obviously, with like you said, with the COVID restrictions and stuff like that, and obviously with camps and stuff like that, how has the weight cut been? Because obviously, you're gonna have to get ready for that when you fly across, right, and all that other kind of stuff. So, how's that been?
It's been good. I have a nutritionist, and also my coach, my head coach, Richard Ho, is very, he has a ton of pro fighters in the UFC and everything. So he has a lot of experience with that. So it's been good. It's been a little bit challenging because during COVID, the first lockdown, I've been doing a lot of weight training. So I gained a lot of muscle. But at the same time, it does help me a little bit cutting weight since it retains, it's easier when you have more muscle rather than fat, right? So
Right.
yeah, just this week is going to be the finishing touches, you know, some cardio, all that, water loading, and then yeah, that's it.
So I got a question because I've asked every girl this. Who is your like inspiration when it comes to female fighters? Like, who's the one that you've always loved watching?
Okay, female fighters. Well, a boxer that I love a lot is Michaela Mayer. She's been
Yes.
in the game, yeah. So I really, because I love boxing as well, MMA
Yep.
and MMA. And of course, Valentina Shevchenko is a top for me, as well as Rose. And you know, like we're Russian, like we share that same.
I get it.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, her skill is undeniable. So for sure, her Rose is amazing. I also love Rose's personality. Like I really relate to that. She's very calm. She's never like, you know, disrespectful. She's a really good like sportsman, and I love that.
You never ever know what you're gonna get with Thug Rose because she's just so like she's like I wish her nickname was not Thug Rose. I wish it was the Silent Assassin because you never know what she's gonna do in MMA. It's just like even when they're doing the press conferences and all the stuff leading up to the fights, she's just like this like take the most innocent person you've ever met, and then you're like you put her in the octagon, and the second that bell goes off, it's like who is this girl?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Me too. And you were saying Valentina Shevchenko. Now, is there part of like stuff that you emulate when your game that you kind of take away from her game a little bit?
Yeah, I would say her striking. I try to be similar to her, but sometimes I do see what we do and myself in her. It's really clean. It's really technical, explosive. So that's for sure something I love. But also her grappling is. Well, not anymore, but it used to be surprising, right? Because people used to see him only as a striker. So that's something also that I relate to and I want to build up to as well, is having a really strong grappling as well as striking.
No, a lot of people who obviously haven't watched, like, I mean, if you've watched Valentina Shevchenko, you know that she is unbelievable lately when it comes to the striking aspect of it. But early on in her early fights, I mean, you saw a lot of takedowns. And she was a very strong wrestler at 135, very, very aggressive. And now at 125, I feel like she's just like flying out there, picking people apart. And she doesn't have to do that wrestling anymore. But that's a really great point. Now, for people that maybe haven't seen a Kat Voronova fight, what would you say is the one thing they can expect from you?
Well, clean striking. I'm very technical. I don't really like to say that, but a lot of people, especially like, because amateur fights, you can't really like find them right online, like my older ones that aren't very good, but not my later ones. And a lot of people come back to me and they're like, man, you fight like a guy, which I don't love that. Okay. But I get it in the sense that sometimes the old school mentality is like, oh, girls aren't very clean. It's a lot of like, you know, whatever. So I do get that, but I don't love it when people say that, because especially right now, I feel like women are on top of our game, right? We're super clean. I see a lot of really good technique. So what you can expect from me is really good stand-up technique. I mean, in grappling as well. I really focus on technique because that's where it comes from, right? You only need one clean shot. If you don't overreach, if it's well placed, that's when it's going to happen, right? So that's what you can expect from me for sure.
Ooh, I can't wait. It's only a week away. Oh, baby. I'm sure you're like, finally, I'm going to eat a steak after weigh-ins and let's go.
Oh, man. Seriously. And I've been waiting for this since May when we signed pro with my manager, and it's been hard to like get fights, right, with COVID, with cancellations, whatever. So I'm super excited that it's finally happening.
Yeah.
It's a little bit surreal to me that it's actually happening. So I'm like, really
let's go, right? Now, the last thing I'll ask for you, and obviously we've kind of alluded to it with being the female fight card, right? What does it mean to be, for you, to be on full display at an all-women's MMA event when we have so many special people around us like Felicia Spencer, Chris Cyborg? I mean, just to name a few that are going to be there. What does it mean for somebody like you?
Honestly, I think it's so amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better pro debut than this. All the focus is on us and our skill, and it's just really exciting to see that. I feel like it's going to support us women in fighting more, putting us forward, because we do have what it takes. We are really good and exciting. People love to see female fights, but also high quality fights. It's a really great card. All the fighters on the card are really skilled. So honestly, I'm just really, really happy to be on that card.
I'm super excited to watch you fight. After all of this, now I'm like, oh, the hype is for real.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get you on. We'll do a quick little Facebook Live while we're at the event, you and I, and we'll promote the fight a little bit more on Friday. But nonetheless, where can folks find you?
So they can find me on Instagram. It's Cat Voronova 47. It's mostly the platform that I use. I tried to get on TikTok, but I feel like I'm too old for that. No, but I'll try to create a TikTok, but for now, on Instagram.
Perfect. TikTok is so hard. Like, people think it looks so easy, and I'm like one of those people who are like, unless there's a song playing in the background and I can mimic over top of it, I bet that's the best you're gonna get out of me.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, thank you so much, Kat, for joining us on the pod. This is absolutely amazing. I look forward to picking your brain a little bit more on Friday after all is said and done. And you know what? Cheers.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. There we have it. There is Kat Voronova, and she joined us, of course. Man, I am looking forward to this fight card more and more every day. And I think it's more real now that the hype is like there. You know what I mean? Like, we're actually now in the threshold of this thing. Like, we're going to be there a week away. So this is extremely fun for a ton of us. And honestly, this crew of people behind the scenes that have been making this happen. Clayton Belitsky, obviously the president, making things happen. He's been full systems a go. He's been so great with us. Of course, Alan White, Janica Waller, Charmaine Tweet, Ryan Ballantyne is going to be joining me on commentary, as well as Inside the Octagon. You got to have that voice. And if you can, go follow Don Andrews at Don's Voice on every social media platform you possibly can, because this man just finished doing a Vancouver Warriors NLL game. And if you guys don't know what that is, if you're watching internationally, that's a lacrosse game. He is the voice of them. And man, I heard his little warm up the other day. I was absolutely fired up about it. So, I mean, this is an event you're not going to want to miss. And as I stated with Kat earlier, you've got so many amazing talents that are going to be there. And Chris Cyborg, who just got her announcement match, or her next matchup announcement made, when she's going to be taking on Kat Zingano. That's going to be an interesting fight. So I'm really looking forward to that and picking Cyborg's brain about that as well. And then sitting beside me and Ryan, I can't believe it's going to be Felicia Spencer, who, fought Amanda Nunes not too long ago. So she's representing Canada on the highest level you possibly can in women's MMA. So that is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to sit there, talk to her, get to know the fight inside a little bit more from her. And another day in a normal life for these fighters who, like Kat said, there's been so many restrictions, cancellations, you name it. It's been really, really challenging right now. For those who don't know, maybe you haven't, COVID capacity, things are going crazy. We want you guys to go on to, of course, our site, PAWFC.com. Okay, go get your tickets. The tickets have been reduced in price, so there you go. It's like a Christmas gift to you on January the 9th. So nonetheless, make sure to go to PAWFC.com. Make sure to go buy your tickets. Also, if you can't make it and you're watching, you got friends that are international friends or somebody who wants to watch it, you can also buy the pay-per-view, which is absolutely tremendous as well. So there's no reason for you not to tune in and catch this card. I've had so many people reach out to me at my camp and be like, hey, we want to watch the card. And obviously we're big fans of a lot of people on the card, like even, for instance, Sarah Kaufman, who's going to be the main event. I mean, Sarah Kaufman, that's a legendary name. So nonetheless, she's going to be on there as well. Just so many interesting things leading up to the fight. And while I have the time before our next guest joins us, if you follow the Boomtown Pod on Facebook, that was where this competition was based out of. I did some Instagram posts about it too, a little bit of Twitter as well. We're actually giving away, as we speak about tickets right now, a pair of tickets to everybody who shared, liked, and commented the post that I had posted up there, which was absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for the shares. And also thank you to Chris Cyborg for reaching out and saying that she's super excited for the event and stuff like that. So that was really cool. Again, I'm from a itty bitty place in Saskatchewan. Some of you might not know where that is. I don't think many people would know where that is. But nonetheless, it's been tremendous to have, such an international experience with doing all of this. So with that being said, I got all the names in here. I'm going to shake it up here, and we're going to find out who is going to be going to PAWFC 1 and going to be joining us. And that would be, I don't know if I can really see it on here, but oh, there you go. I can kind of see it. Congratulations to Justin Pyatt, who will be joining us at PAWFC 1. Thank you for entering the contest, good sir. I will reach out to you after this and make sure that you are all set up. Congratulations, Justin. And thank you so much again, everybody, for joining in and participating in this contest with us. I do a ton of stuff, a ton of giveaways. I have amazing corporate, a ton of amazing sponsors. So at any time, we could be doing some giveaways. So congratulations to Justin, who's actually watching right now, says, boom. Yeah, you're welcome. Courtesy of the Boom Town Pod. Nonetheless, we've got our second guest that'll be joining us right away here. And I'm thinking I'm going to add her to the stream right now. And there she is, our special guest number 2, Manuela Marconetto. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I am doing so good. Now, for those that don't know, there's quite a time difference between you and I. Where are you fighting out of right now?
So, I'm fighting out of GB2 team, Great Britain 15, under the head coach is Brett Piquet. And I'm gonna fight soon, next weekend, in Canada, in Palasatina.
It's going to be so fun to have you. I'm really looking forward to bringing you out here and showing you a little bit. Have you ever been to Canada before?
No, never been. It's the first time for me. So
Well, then I got to greet you.
excited.
I told Dakota, who was on here last week, I said I would greet her with a bag of ketchup chips. So I'll make sure to do the same for you. I'll make sure I got to grab some. It's a little Canadian delicacy that I'll make sure that you get to have after your weigh-in. But nonetheless, so like we said, we're a week away from PAWFC 1. Are you fight ready? And what can folks expect from you?
Okay, yes. So definitely I'm ready. It's been long that I'm training, and I'm training with very, very good team. I have amazing partner sparring, amazing coaches, so I can't ask anything more. So I feel ready. I feel stronger. I will try. I try to do best of myself and show myself for what I am. Obviously, it's not gonna be an easy fight. I do respect my opponent. I think she's very good, and definitely, yeah, will be fun.
Now, how long have you been training, and what camp are you fighting out of again, for those that might have missed that?
But once again,
How long have you been training, and what camp are you out of?
so it's been since when I started MMA, or yeah, so it's been like 5 years that I train MMA, but I can say that I can train. So I started training properly with Brad on the GP team since 2018, so 4 years, 3 years and a half, and then I can say that I'm training with them. I mean, I can say that I had the chance to train with a really good team to improve my skills. But before, yeah, I was training, but not specific as I'm doing now at the moment. Definitely.
Right on.
And yeah, which was the last question that you asked me?
Oh yeah, no. And what kind of what camp or who are you fighting with? Like, who's your training camp?
My training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm training here in UK in London on the GB top team. Yeah.
Right on, right on. Now,
So
I asked Kat the same question. Now I want to ask you that. Who are some of your idols or inspirations when it comes to women's MMA?
well, so Valentina Bullet, Shevchenko, Chris Cyborg, JJ, and Wally. So they are my favorite fighters, and they are big inspiration for me.
How excited are you that you actually get to meet one of your idols in Chris Cyborg?
Yeah, so I'm so excited. I can't wait. To be honest, I can't wait to meet her personally. So for me, it would be an amazing how can I say, not opportunity, but yeah, I'm so happy. I'm excited to meet her.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we just had Kat on right before you, and Kat said that one of her favorite fighters too, Valentina Shevchenko, seems to be a thing. She's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think she's perfect. I mean, she she has absolutely perfect. So she's good in everything.
Yeah,
There's nothing to say. Yeah.
yeah, she's quite a well-rounded fighter. I mean, there's really not a whole ton of holes in her game.
Yeah, so and then she started martial arts since when she was kid. Thinking in one of her interviews, she says something about um she's been doing is since 28 years, which is since her life. So she's quite unbeatable, I think.
And people also don't know that she has a dancing background, which I think helps with quite a bit of her footwork.
Pardon, what did you say? She has
I said she also has a dancing background.
yes,
So I feel like that
yes.
helps with the footwork just a little bit.
Yeah, so dancing workout for the foot workout, and yeah, in terms of flexibility and has to be more agile as well.
Now, with that being said, obviously we're gearing up for this weekend. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're only 6 days away, which is crazy. What do you see happening in order to get your hand raised at PAWFC 1?
Well, so I just can say that I will do my best of myself, and let's see. So what I can say, I'm ready. I feel good, pretty and everything. So I just I will see. Let's go with the flow. I can say.
I can't wait to watch that matchup. You against Stephanie Essensa is going to be a great fight. I'm really looking forward to it. And we're really looking forward to having you there. Like I said, after your weigh-in, I'll make sure to have some ketchup chips for you. I don't know if you're a big chip fan, but I'll make sure to have some. It's a little Canadian currency is what I like to call it.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have it ready for you. But nonetheless, where can people follow you?
Pardon?
Where can people follow you, like social media and such?
Yeah, so I have my Instagram account, which is Manuela Marconetto, the butcher daughter, and Facebook as well. Yeah, this one
Awesome.
is
Well, I can't
my.
wait to meet you. This is going to be a ton of fun. We're only, like I said, only a week away. I wish you nothing but the best with the rest of your camp. And of course, the weight cut, if there is any left that you have to do, I wish you all the best. And thank you so much for joining us, Manuela.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. There you go. That was Manuela Marconetto that joined us. And she is such a cool talent. I've watched some of her fight clips, if you will. And I'm really looking forward to the matchup against her and Stephanie Essensa. It's going to be a ton of fun. Of course, PAWFC 1. We are literally 6 days away. Make sure to get your tickets in Calgary, Alberta, Grey Eagle Casino. I've had a lot of people ask me about the requirements with COVID and the stipulations when it comes to that. Listen, folks, I'm telling you straight up, I'll be honest with you. All you need is either a negative PCR test or a negative test that shows that. And of course, if you've been vaccinated, hey, right on, come on in. Make sure to prove that with your government issued ID, and let's go from there. It's going to be a ton of fun. Literally a week away. I'm anxious, nervous. I'm going to be surrounded by some of the greatest talents in the world. I am beyond excited for this event. We've had so many great guests leading up to this. And I can't wait to catch a couple title fights, some amateur bout. I'm just everything in between. This entire card is going to be so exciting, and I couldn't be any more excited to be a part of the group. Of course, I will be on ringside color commentary with Ryan Ballantyne and Felicia Spencer, which is going to be just dynamic. I think it's a great team. If you don't know who Ryan is, Ryan is famous, of course, from being on the one and only Big Brother Canada. So that's very cool. Many people know who he is. Everybody loves him. Like I said, Don Andrews is going to be the voice inside the octagon. Cannot wait. Charmaine said, here is how you can follow Manuela Marconetto. It is perfectly there for you. Thank you so much, Charmaine. She does so many things behind the scenes that helps me out. You have no idea. I am grateful for this woman. Nonetheless, like I said, Clayton, Alan, Janica, Charmaine, Ryan, Don, myself, everybody else has been part of this organization and have been gearing up for this. We are a week away. We cannot wait to see you guys in the stands Saturday. Again, if you can't get tickets or you can't be around and you want to watch it, you can also order the pay-per-view online at PAWFC.com. Go there right now. Get the buy. Going to be perfect for the weekend. And if it's anything like this last weekend where it was minus 27 in Saskatchewan, you have no damn reason to not watch it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And also, congratulations once again to our winner, Justin Pye, who's got 2 tickets, of course, courtesy of the Boomtown Pod and the great folks at Palace Athena's Women's Fighting Championship. With that being said, I hope you guys have a tremendous rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday with your families. And until then, we'll catch you guys live next Friday when I have some of the fighters that will be joining us, as well as executives and people part of the team as well. And then, of course, Saturday, like I said, PAWFC 1. Cheers, everybody.